7:05, I'll call the meeting to order with all members present except for Mr. Cronin, who may be joining us. If there's anyone recording, would they make it known? Thank you. First off, I will skip past the preliminary minutes directly to the continued public hearing for the application of Bay Point Country Club. We got an email this afternoon requesting a continuance to July 27th. So, if there's no objections, I would look for a motion to continue the public hearing for Bay Point Country Club to July 27th at 7 p.m. Motion, we get a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Very good. We do have, 3 sets of minutes in your packet that you can go through. Let's see, the oldest one is November 24th.
Zoning bylaws. Current zoning bylaws.
Maybe.
These ones?
They may be outdated.
Some light reading.
Is that what you need?
Anyone care to make a motion on the minutes of November 24th, 2014?
I didn't read that.
Got a
Yeah,
motion to approve is written. Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I think we're all here, yep, except for Michelle.
That's all I got.
Abstained?
The past
Signed.
clerk was gonna get me a copy before we left to become a selectman.
I did give you a copy.
Sure. I think I gave it back to you. If I'm not gonna turkey, big baby.
Sorry, packet here, you didn't say that. If you're here for Bay Point, they've requested a continuance to the 27th, which we've granted.
Okay.
We
It's
just,
unfortunate. It's hard, it's very hard on residents when that keeps happening. I took time off from work
to be here.
We just learned about early this afternoon, so, because,
It's disappointing.
Mhm.
So anything I have you want tonight, because I have a petition from residents of Bloom.
Mhm.
Do you want to take that, or do you want to
I can put it in the file, and we can bring it up next
Oh,
meeting.
wait. Thank you. 27.
Right. See, Mr. Boner's hit his deadline again. Oh, it's
Oh.
July 30th, sorry.
30th, you got a couple of weeks.
I thought it was June 30th.
Mr. DeBono, 30th.
Are the houses done?
I think most of them are.
They're in progress, but there's a house, there's progress on every lot, so.
It's a mess.
Is it?
Entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
December 8th, is that the one you're
Yep.
working on? Motion's been made, is there a second? Mike Baptiste made the motion. There were three of us present,
They have to abstain.
so. Three of us were present for that. Sorry. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 3, 0, 2.
Very interesting.
Good, there'll be a quiz.
Not really quizzes. Tests. Yeah, quizzes.
Anything on the minutes, April 13th?
Yeah, but the vote for Bay Point, Mr. Durkee. The vote for Bay Point, Mr. Durkee waived the time requirements, that's plural, period. It didn't, not specifying a date to which the extension would be granted, he withdrew that. He was just waiving the time periods without,
Did he withdraw it then, or did he, or was that the way the minutes would read, or was that?
but by the end of the discussion, he said, I'll just waive all the time periods.
Okay. I just spotted
And I think that's what his letter says as well, but. I would say requirements is plural and delete the words specifying the date to which the extension is granted.
How did you want to word that? Just scratch specifying the date?
Yeah, make requirements plural and delete specifying the date to which the extension is granted.
Okay. Any motions then?
Move to approve the minutes with the correction.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained?
Thank you.
Can have everything.
Very good. Is anybody aware of a project being proposed at 615 Main Street?
Okay, yes.
That was the one
That's
for
the
the
other one
100.
for Brian.
That was the,
The woman, she sent a note tonight. I
Brian
answered that
Greer.
for her, for the project's
Yeah.
indefinite.
So she didn't get the word that was,
She
That's-
never got the word. She sent me back an email today, just for the records,
yeah,
that I told her the project has been pulled.
it's
That's
gone,
the email.
right.
She sent it to the select and the planning board. I'm not sure who else.
Yes.
Yep, missed the information.
Oh, yeah.
So on the left-hand side,
it's that big,
you know where the road curves, Main Street curves, and you know what Tremont Rehab is? Just before you come out to 28, Main Street curves to the left, it goes down to the mall, the backside to Deacon School. A little ways down the left-hand side, there's land that slopes off. He was gonna buy a tract of land and put a whole bunch of houses there, apartments there. They postponed till the 27th.
27.
Late notice, sorry.
Don't we have one there already?
Hmm?
Don't we have, don't we have one there already?
No.
650. What's the other one?
A house.
330?
There's a house there now.
microphone.
Oh, I was just. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Don't we already have an apartment complex there at 650 already?
No, way down the
No,
road
that's
on the right-hand
815.
side.
Oh, 815. So it's not that far off.
Yeah,
It's quite a while.
Under the
mile.
bridge and down to the right?
Yeah, it's past the mall and everything.
I got that email too, I think you're looking at.
We all did. We sent it to everybody.
you know, when
Sure.
the last meeting, I almost said, let's have a workshop on Bay Point.
Did you get that from,
This has been a good night for a workshop.
Trump?
Bay Point has asked for a continuance to the 27th, so,
Okay.
and we volunteered you to be,
I spent 3 hours with them last week.
did you?
Went over the whole thing.
was still in inflation.
Thanks,
That was
Steve.
covered.
Good to see you. No, just for you, Mr. Chairman, and the rest of the board members, speaking of Bay Point, I spent 3 hours with them last week. Went over lot by lot, bit by bit, so I got a pretty good outlook of what they're doing and a pretty good look at their plans, so.
We do have a new set of plans if you want to grab one.
Okay, thank you.
So,
Three copies there.
when it's all said and done, they're still gonna have to have a pump station to get into the existing house. They're gonna have 80 separate, yeah, but I thought it was all 80 little pumps going into one pump into the force main.
And the reason they want that is because it defers the liability or the maintenance to the homeowner as opposed to a centralized pump station, correct?
Yeah.
Whatever the reason is.
Right. That is the reason, right?
Want to read the rationalization? Got a couple copies here if you want to glance through it.
Is it?
Rationalizing pumps.
We'll get to that.
Interesting.
Hmm?
I wonder if they got any feedback from the private ownerships. I assume, unless they've got that, some kind of testimonial.
I have one in a house I own in Georgia,
Mm-hmm.
and they fail.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And they're $4,000 to replace them.
But the owner has to incur that cost?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And they last like 7 to 10 years. What Mr. Rowley said his concern was if that area loses power, then every house now has a non-operational
Oh,
toilet,
okay.
right?
Yeah,
Septic system.
yeah,
If it's a centralized pump station, put a generator attached to it,
okay,
then those houses wouldn't be down.
yeah.
But somebody would be responsible for the maintenance of that centralized station.
Mm-hmm.
56.
Remember that from this meeting, the initial, hearing the discussion last meeting. Are we touching that anymore about power, moving power?
No,
Okay.
no, not touching that. That's a negative.
But it was brought up.
This is from the, who this company is, only, must be a water supply and pollution control.
Hmm.
Mr. Rowley, how much does a centralized pump station cost?
I haven't actually put a number on it. Like, it has to, volume of the chamber itself that's on the
Right.
ground has to be big enough, a certain capacity attached to it. And then they have dual pumps and then a standby generator.
Right,
I want to make sure that that's a part of it.
right.
But actually, looking it up, I wouldn't know a number of it, not really know. But I have asked them to actually do that. Give me a comparison,
Right.
so that
I asked him.
present it to you, and you can see whether or not it's the kind of thing that you want to consider.
Yeah.
I
I asked for that when I met with them a week or so ago.
Yeah,
I said, make sure you show the comparison in cost, so
yeah.
I was expecting to see that.
We don't really care. I mean, this isn't a cost choice, this is safety.
Okay.
That's what's in the best interest of
Yeah. If it costs more, do we really care?
the limited, it's not everything. It should be first priority.
Yeah.
All right, if there's nothing further this evening, I would look for motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Thanks for coming in, John.
Jeez, I did my best to get it, sorry about that.
All in favor?
Go for it. Where's my pen?
Did I hear a vote?
Did they change their mind? They didn't change their